everyone, I'm CJ.
And I'm Noah.
And you're watching The Long Box for March 27th, 2013. Alrighty, so today I've got Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue 18.
Requiem.
And now you picked up... Now, is this the first issue for Worlds Collide?
No, it's the prelude.
Oh, okay.
But Worlds Collide will be happening next month.
Okay. And this is with Megaman and Sonic, right?
Yeah, so two blue video game icons meeting up. Should be fun.
Alrighty, so, do you want to go first, or should I?
What the hell, I'll go first this time.
Alrighty.
Alright, so here we have, as you can see, Megaman, issue 23. It's a very sexy cover.
Is it?
Yes, because it has Megaman, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily on either side, and Breakman, spoiler alert, Proto-Man, breaking through the glass.
I actually kind of like how they have just a tiny bit of the helmet showing through.
Yeah.
However, I do want to say this from the cover art.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting to see Sonic show up somewhere, but you know, then again, it's the prelude.
Yeah. Well,
so.
his head is right there. But...
Yeah. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the issue starts off, and Mega Man is getting ready for his big celebration. It's his birthday and whatnot. Apparently, robots do have birthdays. I guess that's a thing now. What's next? Are they gonna reproduce?
To have to be eligible for a birthday, don't you have to be born?
I guess what they call it is Activation Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense then.
Yeah, but it's still, referred to generally as
as a birthday, yeah, okay.
So anyway,
okay.
He's getting ready, and so they step out, right out of their home, and suddenly everybody's swarming around him. There are reporters, paparazzi snapping photos of him and whatnot. Because, he saved the world 3 times. He's a big celebrity now.
Okay.
And, so I guess they make it past the paparazzi somehow, because we cut to Dr. Wily down in the Amazon jungle, deep in a temple that he found during issue 13 of the Spirited Ex Machina arc. But, he's just sitting there watching the news report and the interviews with Dr. Light, and he's going, mm-hmm. And then Breakman shows up, and he looks, and as fans of the games know, I'm sure, Proto-Man was Dr. Light's and Dr. Wily's first attempt at creating a robot master. And Dr. Light did look upon him as a son, but then some things happened, and Proto-Man ran away.
Okay.
And now he's joined up with Dr. Wily as Breakman. So, Breakman kind of sees the news report that Dr. Light is being interviewed on. He says, "Oh, well, Mega Man is great and caring and peaceful, and he's a son any man could hope for." And Breakman's like, "You motherfucker, I was there first."
Okay, so it's kind of pretty much like how almost every teenager overreacts and it's just like, I'm gonna run away.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna come back and try to kill your new son. Which is basically what happens.
Okay.
But before that, we get some cheap jokes about Guts Man, Cut Man, and Bomb Man trying to find a gift for him. And they ultimately just decide on, a gift card.
Wait, but aren't they Mega Man's enemies?
No. Dr. Light built them. Dr. Wily reprogrammed them. After Mega Man defeat them, Dr. Light took them back and...
Okay, because I haven't played all the games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway... It's a big ceremony, and the mayor's making a big stink about how Mega Man is our hero, and now we're going to rename the city to Mega City. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. And
sure.
And they give him the fucking key to the city, too.
So it's just kind of one of those ones where it's like you just nod your head and...
Yeah, Mega Man's just okay, whatever. I don't really know why what I did is such a big deal. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then Breakman shows up and crashes the party. So Mega Man jumps on Rush, goes after him, and they duke it out, basically.
Okay.
It's definitely some great action scenes. I like the art. It's Ian Flynn, I believe his name is, the writer. He does a great job of making their dialogue seem like how you think they would act based on the games.
Okay.
And eventually, Bomb Man, Cut Man, and Guts Man join in. They try to take down Proto Man, and they end up having their weapons turned on them, and get their asses kicked. And also, when Rush gets shot in the back and has to be teleported out.
Whoa!
Yeah,
that's not cool.
Yeah, Breakman's a prick.
Animal abuse.
Yes, robot animal abuse, but it still counts, folks. It still counts.
Anyway, so what would you rate this one?
Since it is a prelude, we did get some nice hints, such as Dr. Wily mentioning Ivo, or his new best friend. And we all know Ivo is another name for Dr. Eggman, aka Dr. Robotnik.
Okay.
And at the very end of the book, just when Proto Man is about to turn and leave, because I guess he... Well, you'd have to read it to understand.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, a white light just starts enveloping the last panel, and it's like, tune in next time when Megaman and Sonic the Hedgehog collide. So, I definitely say go out and buy this now, because it's because if you want to see Worlds Collide, this is the Mega Man side of things that are happening beforehand. And, if you're just strictly a Mega Man fan, then, pick this up. But even if you're not, into the Worlds Collide and you just read the Mega Man comics, just freaking buy this, because it's another great issue.
Okay.
I mean, this series has not disappointed me yet.
So I guess go out and buy it now?
Go out and buy it now.
Alrighty.
It's only $2.99.
So I guess that means we move on to my review for Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue 18. Overall, it wasn't bad. It does say Requiem on it, which is because a few weeks ago, Damien did die. I know this is kind of old now, but I really wanted to review it, and when it first came out, I didn't have the money.
Might as well do it now.
Yeah, exactly. But it focuses all on Jason Todd because in issue 17, spoiler alert for any of those of you who have yet to read issue 17, somehow the Joker, I guess, hacks his helmet and has it spray poison gas or acid or something at him, and we see him. He's in a dream. This is where it all starts off, and then all of a sudden, this giant-sized Joker shows up, and then it flashes to him lying on a bed, and Bruce Wayne is there, and Alfred's there, and Alfred's trying to convince Bruce to take him to a hospital, and Bruce is like, no, he's fine, and there's a lot of psychological play, but a lot of the stuff that shows up is kind of stuff we already knew.
Batman Presents The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much was The Wizard of Oz. We're going to follow the Pillow Road.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it just felt like it was, I don't know, it was missing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was missing, the emotional punch.
Yeah. There was one emotional punch in there where it shows Corey and Roy Harper, and they've been hung, and they're dangling from a tree. So that was kind of an emotional punch. And then we see the entire Bat family who's dead. Oh, okay. I just want to direct the attention to. Now I don't know if there's two different covers out there, but the one I have. Okay, so for those of you who saw the change, you know that they had DC had changed this cover so that members of the Bat family were laying down here, and this was supposed to be their blood, but for whatever reason they've gone and changed it back to how it originally was, which, I mean, make up your mind.
They couldn't have just released it as a variant?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Again, this is just the one I got. I don't know if there is a variant out there where it has the members of the Bat family down there. But it just, I mean, the entire time, I'm expecting for them to have, I guess, fast forward through all this stuff, and they're playing through it, which, okay, I can respect, but at the same time, it's kind of why did you make this issue?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, it was an interesting waste of time, but overall it was still a waste of time.
It was a nice and pretty waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it wasn't like Red Hood and the Outlaws issue 16 waste of time. This one is actually worth picking up, and yes, I'm still pissed about it. So yeah, I mean, with all this being said, it's not getting a burn it, but I'd say at the most, I'd give it a Netflix.
Yeah.
It's still entertaining. You'll still be entertained with it. Just don't expect anything over the top. Yes, it does say Requiem on it. Yes, it is supposed to be a part of how the family's dealing with Damien's death. But in this issue, no one's dealing with Damien's death. Everyone's dealing with Jason Todd being unconscious, which, I mean, okay, yes, is a big thing, but that's not what this issue is supposed to be focused on. So I have to give it a Netflix.
Would it have made more sense if his dream was about Damien?
Exactly. But, for whatever reason, it's like time just stopped in this issue and Damien's still alive. So, and on that note, I will say that it was kind of confusing.
Batman Incorporated #8, never heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. So, the best I can do is give it a Netflix.
Yeah.
Now, we do have some news this week.
Okay.
Okay, so, and we're not going to give you the whole story. If you want the whole story, you're going to have to tune into TV Pop Culture. But, so the first thing is that DC has apparently decided to, at the very least, hold off on killing Jon Stewart.
Okay, so it's not a definite, we're not going to do it.
Yeah. It does look like that's where it's leading to.
Good enough!
Yeah. That's where it looks like it's going to be leading to. But, for the time being, they have kind of put that on hold, I guess.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because, I mean, DC is trying to be more racially diverse, and to kill off one of the most well-known black characters in comics probably wouldn't go over well. There's also talk of a new Batwing. No one knows anything about this character right now. All we know is that it's going to be, the theory is that they're replacing the current Batwing with someone else.
Oh, is this going to be Superior Batwing? I'm just saying.
I don't know. All we know for sure is he's getting a new costume. That's all anyone knows for sure, because DC went and released a bunch of different images for the new Batwing. I'm willing to bet that it's just a big, overhyped stunt, and that it's just the same guy but different costume.
Isn't this the kind of crap they pull all the time to push sales?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, that's pretty much it for news right now, or at least for noteworthy news.
Yeah.
There are two things that I do have to say on this show because I feel that they deserve to be said. So first off, this week's episode of A History of Comic Heroes will be up late, mainly due to technical problems we have been having with our computers. I will be trying to get it up as quickly as possible, but again, I have to get this episode up first, so there will be quite a bit of a delay. Also, to the good people at Comic Frontline, Comic Uno, I hope you're watching this, my review will be up late. It will still be up, but it will be up late. So, with that being said, I was able to find something to review. I was able to get my hands on some money so that I could buy something to review. So with that being said, Comic Frontline, you will be getting a review from me. It will just be up a little bit later than usual. So with that being said, this has been the Long Box for March 27th, 2013. I, of course, am CJ.
I'm Noah.
And this is us signing off. See you guys next time.